To figure out what 12 divided by 3 is, I'm going to need to get 12 pieces and arrange them into 3 rows. Let's get 12 pieces. 1 piece, 2 pieces, 3 pieces, 4 pieces, 5 pieces, 6 pieces, 7 pieces, 8 pieces, 9 pieces, 10 pieces, 11 pieces, and 12 pieces. I would like to note that each row has the same number of pieces as the other rows. Well, how many columns do we have? Well, we have 1 column, 2 columns, 3 columns, and 4 columns. Therefore, 12 divided by 3 is equal to 4. 12 divided by 3 is equal to 4. Therefore, when n is equal to 3, 12 divided by n is equal to 4. To check that 12 divided by 3 is equal to 4, we can check if the opposite is true. Because division is the opposite of multiplication, the opposite of this would be multiplying. We can check if 4 times 3 is equal to 12, or that 3 times 4 is equal to 12. So here we have 4 blue squares in the first row, we have 4 blue squares in the second row, and we have 4 blue squares in the third row. If we add up all the 4s, we would get the total of the number of blue squares. This is repeating addition, the definition of multiplication. Because we have 3 4s being added together, this is 3 times 4. If we count up all the blue squares, we would get 12, so 3 times 4 is equal to 12. So the opposite of the equation, 12 divided by 3 is equal to 4, the opposite of that equation is 3 times 4 is equal to 12. Because that is true, we can now verify that 12 divided by 3 is equal to 4. It is worth noting that to figure out 12 divided by 3 is equal to 4, we got 12 blue squares and arranged them in 3 rows and see how many columns we will get. However, the method to figure out that 3 times 4 is equal to 12, if we were to use rows and columns, the method to figure out that 3 times 4 is equal to 12 is the opposite from the method to figure out that 12 divided by 3 is equal to 4. To figure out that 3 times 4 is equal to 12, we would get 3 rows and 4 columns and see how many blue squares would fit in that. So the methods to figure out either equation is opposite. So we already checked that 12 divided by 3 is indeed equal to 4. We use the opposite equation of 3 times 4 is equal to 12. However, we could also use the opposite equation 4 times 3 is equal to 12. So let's go ahead and do that. So here we have 3 blue squares in the first column, 3 blue squares in the second column, 3 blue squares in the third column, and 3 blue squares in the fourth column. If we want to figure out the total number of blue squares, we add up all the 3's. This is repeating addition, the definition of multiplication. We have 4 3's being added together, and so this is 4 times 3. If we counted up all the blue squares, we would find that there are 12 blue squares, and so 4 times 3 is equal to 12. So the opposite equation of 12 divided by 3 is equal to 4. The opposite equation of that is 4 times 3 is equal to 12. Because that is true, that the opposite is true, and therefore 12 divided by 3 is indeed equal to 4. We can verify that. Here is a link for the playlist that's about dividing 12 by smaller and smaller numbers by using rows and columns. It includes this video and other similar videos. If you would like to, feel free to click on this link.